Knight here. I am very excited to tell you that I'm today's celebrity substitute.
How does this jar of mud become me? And how does something as absurdly unlikely as evolution become inevitable? I'm Ji-Yoon Kim. I'm a biology teacher in Oakland, California. And to answer those questions, we're going to be studying the timeline of Earth's history. I have a very special guest to help me teach this lesson. Today's celebrity substitute is Bill Nye.
Greetings,
Hi, Bill.
greetings, everyone. Hi, G. Good to see you.
How are you doing?
I'm fabulous. We're quarantined, and I'm living off the land up here. I do have a garden, and I got quite a bit of food out of it.
I'm really excited about getting to do this with you because evolution, I find it spirals through everything in biology content. And it's such a complex concept for a lot of my students when I teach it. It takes a real long time. So yeah, exactly. It's a lot. So I'm really excited about getting this chance to teach it in some way this year since I haven't gotten to touch it at all.
I can't say enough how amazing this idea is. Because when it comes to living things like you and me, evolution explains it all.
Right.
It's the story behind every living thing.
Where should we start?
Well, it's always good to start with the discoverer, which was two guys, Charles Darwin and Alfred Russel Wallace. They both had the same idea about the same time. But I think the reason you hear so much more about Darwin is he wrote the book, The Origin of Species. The conclusion that both of these guys drew was that if you go far enough back in time, everybody came from a common ancestor. And we're talking about everybody. You, me, every human you've ever met, every dog, every mushroom, everybody has a common ancestor. Just looking at species, looking around, looking at roses, looking at bees and birds, how could there be enough time for all these species to emerge? But through extraordinary careful science, we know that the Earth is 4.5 billion years old.
Right. It's just such a huge number. I've never been able to really understand it.
It is like huge. It's like so huge.
I can't wait to get into it, but since we're talking about time, I wonder if you have time for a little surprise. Two students of mine who are big fans of yours are on the line. Do you mind if Selena and Miklo join this lesson? They have no idea that you're teaching it with me.
I mean, it sounds cool. It sounds great. Let's go.
Hi, Selena. Hi, Miklo.
Hi, Miss Kim.
Hello, Miss Kim.
You know that we're here to kind of go through a lesson about evolution.
Yeah.
What I haven't told you is that we actually have a very special substitute teacher here with us. So I just want to introduce you to this wonderful celebrity, Bill Nye.
Hi, you guys.
Oh, hi.
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 You guys okay? You two okay? Selena's a little...
Yeah.
Selena, I've never seen you so quiet.
I'm shocked right now.
I can tell.
A little warning would have been nice.
Do you have any questions for Bill?
Why is it important to know evolution?
There's two questions that everybody asks. Oh, well, listen to this, you guys. I don't know if you remember this technology. Can you see this? This is a phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever used the phone with the cord before, Selena and Miklo?
I don't think so.
It's just like this, only it has a wire on it and it's big. So you said, why is evolution important, right?
Yeah.
So everybody wants to know about ourselves. And I claim there's two questions that everybody asks. Are we alone in the universe? And then the other question is, where did we all come from? What are we doing here? How did we get, what is going on? What is it that let us be on the Earth right now? That's what, if you want to know anything, you have to learn evolution. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
It's nice to finally meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bill.
Very cool.
Thank you so much for being here today. We're gonna get going, but I hope you enjoy the lesson that we're about to teach, and I'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Bye, guys.
Thank
Thanks.
you. Bye.
Bye.
So I'm really excited about teaching evolution personally. The fact that I get to do it in this really cool way with you, I got really excited about it, you know?
Well, it's going to be fun.
Well, where should we start?
I have come up with this exciting demonstration involving a map of our beloved country, the United States. Our journey begins in Boston, and we are going to walk all the way to Los Angeles over the course of 4.5 billion years.
So on the map you're using, Boston is the formation of the Earth, and Los Angeles is now.
Yeah. So from Boston to Los Angeles is very close to 3,000 miles. And so that means that each meter represents 1,000 years. We start the clock 4.5 billion years ago. Stars have exploded. All this dust is tossed out into space. Whoa, dude. Even the dust has gravity, and it pulls itself together. It starts to spin into a disk. The little whirlpools forming the disk, and that's a planet. And here we are. So the Earth formed. We go about 30 million years. The Earth gets hit with another one of these objects, and our beloved moon forms. And we will put the moon here in about Worcester, Massachusetts. Even though it looks like it's spelled Worcester, they say Worcester. Did you park in Worcester? I parked it, I unparked it in Worcester. So now we're walking along here and we're waiting for something exciting to happen. Let's say oceans form, and the oceans formed right around here in what would now be maybe Pennsylvania.
At some point in Earth's history, the atmosphere had a bunch of gases in it, and eventually the temperature of the Earth cooled down. And as it cooled down, the water vapor in there actually condensed and formed our oceans.
So this would be water and all these different salts. And this is a big block of salt. And in the same way that this salt formed these crazy, beautiful crystals, maybe, perhaps, a set of atoms came together that enabled themselves, when hit with lightning or sunlight or something, to make copies of themselves. We are in Pennsylvania when the soup formed, the oceans cooled off. But if you keep going all the way to what would be Western Pennsylvania, these crystals started to organize into self-replicating living things. Oh, here, a dramatic representation of self-replicating single-celled organisms. So somewhere along the line, with enough bzzz and enough bzzz, something happened that enabled chemicals not just to form crystals, but to form things that made copies of themselves. And this was the beginning of life.
What are the chances of that even happening?
Well, let's say the chances are really, really small. So we've been going about 1 billion years, and we've barely gotten to the Great Lakes. Another big fraction of 1 billion years passes, and these organizing organisms get a nucleus. So that's cool, but look, here's a miniature one. That would happen in about St. Louis. We've gone over 1 billion years, and all we've got is a little bacterium, just one little thing. There are no giraffes running around. They're just little cells. All right, so we're walking along, and eventually these things with nuclei get really, really complicated and become big dinosaurs. That started way over here. We're on Route 66. Then all the other animals emerged. And then people built these pyramids. We like to think about the Roman Empire, don't we? Sure we do. Yes, we love the Roman Empire, Bill. That's right here, my kitchen. This would have taken place. And then the US was formed. And then sending people to the moon. Understand, we have walked 3,000 miles, 4,500 kilometers, 4.5 billion years. We've walked across the US. We get all the way to my kitchen. And all of human history is right here, within about 1 meter of where I'm standing. I mean, understand, when people talk about 4.5 billion years.
So what about that question I asked at the beginning of the lesson? How did this jar of mud become me?
If you had enough time, and enough sparks from lightning storms, from thunderstorms, hitting Ms. G's primordial soup, there may be a combination of chemicals that, when hit with the right bzz jolt of lightning, for example, become self-replicating. What a world!
Thank you so much, Bill.
Be safe out there. Carry on.
Bye, Bill.
Time to take a break, but before you go, hit the subscribe button so you won't miss an episode of Celebrity Substitute, only on YouTube.